see the lust in your eyes, baby, you can't hide the vibe when I rub on your thigh. When you and I together, that's two of a kind. I know you wanna fuck with me, shawty, you can't lie. Yes, sir. Come on. Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Icon. And once again, we're here on 910 Sports TV. First and foremost, I want to thank God for this opportunity because without him, there'll be no us. Next, I'm just gonna go from just down the line. I got my right hand man on my side of me right here. You know what I'm saying? The coach himself, he traveled more than an airline stewardess. He traveled more than Southwest and Delta put together. You know what I'm saying? They might well go ahead and just get him his own plane. We got Coach Goins in the building. What's going on, brother?
Hey man, you know what the word says? I ain't asked to pay for it. You just got to believe for it. So listen, I'm just happy to be on another Saturday night with you fine gentlemen, man. It's good to see Jacob. You know he's looking like $1 million. I ain't talking about that hat, but it's good to be on
Hey,
board.
I need to write that down. I'm like Ocho Cinco right now. You said say that again, Coach. I need to write that down.
That's right. He,
You
he,
know,
he, he ain't asked you to pay for it. He asked for you to believe for it.
hey, I'm gonna use that one right there. But y'all, we got trouble back in the building. Hey, I feel like this brother been on injured reserve. He been on AB status. We started calling him street clothes. He was here, but he wasn't here. You know how you see players on the sideline and they sitting there and they can't get in the game. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But he back full effect. You know what I'm saying? Skin and grin, ear looking like Bubba Dub when he got hit, when he got them things in. You know what I'm saying? I got my brother, Jacob the Great. With that Cowboys hat on, what's going on, brother?
Man, glad to be in the land of the living, man. I'm just anticipating this countdown. I'm ready for some NFL, man, and man, we staying on course, man. We blessed by the best, man. So let's get into it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Before we even get into the elephant in the room, which we know the whole LeBron thing, we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's talk about. I'm gonna talk about something that probably been talking, wanting to think about, probably been looking at, Jacob, and that's your team down there in the South, down in old Clemson area, down there. And, you know what I'm saying? So we talk about this whole Dabo Sweeney situation. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And how they basically like it's a lot of pressure on him this year to win. Me personally, I don't think even if they have like they saying that they right now they projected to win about 9 games. But to me, I just feel like we get too caught up in that kind of thing. Because think about it. What's my man down there in Joe Paterno in Penn State? He was down there for 40 years. You gonna tell me that man was winning 10, 11 games for 40 something years? No, he wasn't. He was having his 9-3 seasons, 8-4 seasons. You know what I'm saying? That's what coaches go through. But if you graduate your players, if you got a great program, if you're winning ACC championships, national championships every now and then you know what I'm saying? Because think about it. How many teams other than Alabama have
Mm.
won a lot of championships in a small amount of time? You know what I'm saying? So to me, I just feel like it's not fair on him for them to even talk like that. But what you got to say about it, Coach Goins?
Well, listen, I'm going to defer to the man from down there that bleeds that orange. So I'm going to let Jacob run this one. Go ahead, Jacob.
I just think it's a bunch of craziness, man. I know they didn't say Dabo at this president, because he's the only man in school in college history to beat Nick Saban twice. Brought them two championships in the last 18 years. But when he when he only won 7 ball games last year, I said, boy, that board gonna be on his head. You know what I mean? And so I think, people don't realize with the whole world of an old school coach and not wanting to abide by the transfer portal. So the playing field wasn't even for him anymore. You know what I mean? Because players that would normally come there, they went to the portal and got the bag. So it's really all about the money. Then if you against the transfer portal, man, then it's gonna tell, and it kind of showed on the field. So I think he's winning the portal this year and grab some players out. Um, I think he'll win a lot more than 8 ball games this year, man. I think he'll win 19, at least 19 ball games this year. But if they decide to get rid of him after this year, um, you know, um, in that contract he got, it states that if he wanted to leave before his contract was up, they made him sign a waiver where he can't go to Alabama because
Mm.
he went to school at Alabama, and Nick Saban know him. Yeah, that used to be a quarterback at Alabama back in his day. So but I know Auburn still want him for sure. Auburn still want him. You know what I mean? They was trying to get him in the offseason. So with that being said, man, coaches go through stuff too, just like players, man. You can set this standard for a coach, man, but man, man, he done had one losing season, but not really losing because he was still over 500. But to the Clemson community, it was a losing season out of 19 years. He going into his 20th year at Clemson. You know what I mean?
Mm. Dang, I ain't know it's been that
So
long. But dang, I ain't know it's been that long already.
Yeah. I
So
mean, and to Jacob's point, I mean, here's the thing, is when does the fans blow on you? Only when you're hot, right? So the bottom line to it is, what
right.
does Clemson want? If they want to get rid of Coach Swinney, number one, who are you going to replace him with? That's always that is just to say, who do you bring in behind the legend like that? It's almost just like UCLA when John Wooden went away. How do you replace a Dean Smith, and how do you replace, so again, and the clause with, think about it, when Clemson makes him sign a clause that says you won't go to Alabama, come on, man. And that's your alma mater, and you gonna say you can't go coach there? That's,
mm,
you know what? If Clemson want him out, show me the door and let him roll up in Auburn and just, and then you become the biggest Auburn fan and just hope when they roll back up into Death Valley, they bust the lights on the scoreboard on them.
yeah, yeah.
But
I could.
I'm gonna tell you who else like him too, Icon.
Mm.
If they get rid of Belichick and Clemson get rid of Dabo Sweeney, don't be surprised if he be a Tar Heel.
Mm.
Who's that? Dabo Swinney?
Yeah, Dabo. If Clemson get rid of
Hey,
him and then they get rid of Bill Belichick, Carolina, don't be surprised, man.
what could you say? Because the proximity of it all. Why would you think he want to go to North Carolina?
Because he heavily recruit out of the state of North Carolina. You know what I
Gotcha,
mean?
Mm-hmm.
gotcha,
And he
gotcha.
got
Okay.
and he got relationships with a lot of high schools across that whole state of North Carolina.
Gotcha. Either way, you I ask you just because in football, Carolina's not. It's not like the basketball program. In
No.
football, they almost dang near Division two the way they play half the time. You know what I'm saying?
But Icon, you would be surprised how many scholarships for football come out of the state of North Carolina, man.
Oh,
A
I know. I
lot,
ain't talking
man.
about the
A
state.
lot.
I'm just talking about the Tar Heels themselves, the football team. They you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, okay.
that's what I'm
But
talking about. They
yeah,
talking
but
about I know we got some dogs in North Carolina. Dude, that's the whole purpose of this show. We started this show because I knew so many dogs out there in the Carolinas that don't really get to the schools they need to get to. You know what I mean?
see, but
You get
what
your
I'm
you get your Charlottes and your Rockinghams, and
Mm.
get them schools to get the players, but
Shh, watch out now.
everybody else be kind of like oh every you get it's like a pick of the every now and then they get lucky and feel like they hit the lottery in some of these other cities in the Carolinas. You know what I
and
mean?
then and
So
then in South Carolina, North Carolina got so many schools to choose from for high school players, man. Whether you talking about JUCO, Division One, Division Two, NIA, man, like they got so many schools to choose from in North Carolina, man. Like I was talking to my nephew the other day, and he had UNC Wesleyan, right? And so he said he think about transferring to Methodist. You know what I mean? And I looked at college up, man. Methodist College in North Carolina, man. It's been there forever, man. Like
Ever.
mm,
it's a lot
Ever.
of great schools that like, and not only that, a lot of those schools, if you get a degree from those type schools, you guaranteed to get a job in the workforce.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, so we got another topic. I'm throw y'all another one. I just want to talk about this before I let y'all pick one next. What do you? How do y'all feel about what y'all see? Because I ain't gonna lie, I was thoroughly. I haven't really watched. I only watched baseball during like the playoffs, and I was thoroughly impressed by the home run derby. I like the changes they made to it. And that dude Jordan Walker, I was blown away because I'm sitting in the first round and I'm watching. I said, whoever this dude is, because I ain't never heard of him. I said, whoever this dude looking like Montel Jordan, he might win this thing. You know what I'm saying? And then by the time they got to the last round, because Jacob told me about Sorsby or whatever his name is, the day before
Yeah.
we did the last show. So I was like, when I seen him, I said, okay, yeah, he looked like some old lumberjack from 1975 that just chopped wood up all day. So I know he probably can play ball and hit some balls out. And he got that last round, and plus they was at home, and he get them 11. And I said, ain't no way dude hit no 11 gonna beat 11 out, and he only get 15 cuts at the ball. And that Joker hit the 12. He hit 12 in a row. I said that was the most impressive thing I've seen in no type of setting since, other than like the Damon Lillard when he won the 3-point contest after
Mm.
after being out with injured or with Achilles and still came back and won that 3-point contest. So what y'all feel about it? What y'all seen?
Well, I think it was a great display for the game, but what I really was impressed with is just his comments and really challenging to get the young blacks back in baseball. He wants to be that guy, and actually I think about it. We talked about that last week, right? And it's so important. It's such a great game, man. It's such a great game. And that's what you need because think about it. Everything now you turn on, it's about it's about the Japanese player, and it's about this guy, it's about this guy. But what a great stage to go out there and perform the way he did and make the comments that he made. Just hats off and a good shot in the arm. And so hopefully some young kid can see themselves doing that one day.
Yeah, and to your point, Coach Goins, you're absolutely right. I was glad he said that. But man, I watch baseball, man. If I don't really watch it, I'll catch the highlights and just might be a whole hour, just catch it, gonna see who doing what. But I heard somebody ask Barry Bonds and they asked a few other players that's retired now. They was like, yeah, he gonna be around for a long time because he young, man. So they was like he gonna be around for a long time. So I was impressed, and when I went back and looked at the highlights, I said, man, he must have some Popeye spinach, some Wheaties, and he might have had some jerk chicken. Because the way he was hitting
Jerk
that thing,
chicken.
but hey, boy, the way he was hitting that thing, I thought Bart Moss was gonna come out the stand talking about no woman no cry.
Heck no. Hey, I was impressed by Junior too. Like and
Oh,
Junior, yeah,
Yeah,
he's something serious too. So I'm like, man, yeah, they gonna have me about watching baseball again on the regular now, cause these boys can play for real, and them pitchers, man, them pitchers was lights out. Them pitchers, boy, in the All Star game, they were lights out.
see, man, you kind of like my pops, man. My after the month of July, uh, uh, get through, he was around about the 15th, August, something like that. When they got preseason football going on, that's when he used to get into baseball real heavy. You know what I'm saying? The middle of August and all through September, all the way up to October. So I know, baseball play a lot of games, man. You talking about 162 games. So
that's a
it's
lot.
a lot of people that watch from the beginning to the end, but it's a lot of people who don't, who catch it in the
Yeah,
middle of the
yeah.
season.
You gotta be die hard to watch 162 games or anything. But
Anything.
yeah, but cause see, my thing is this: being I played baseball as a kid, when it gets to the playoffs, I feel that same energy. Like when you on that field and it's intense, especially a night game. Like the day games is
Right.
cool, but when you at them night games and them lights coming down on you and the field is lit up, man, and you out there on that field and people cheering for you and all that, man, it's a different feeling like any other sport. You know what I mean? Because like
Absolutely.
football,
Right.
you can't like football, you don't really hear it like that or whatever. Basketball, they right there, but it's something about baseball with all them folks when they be battle and everything be going on and every pitch and everything means something, especially in the playoffs, because every pitch means something, every hit means something, every strikeout means something. It's like super intense, especially when you get to like the league championship rounds, like the LSCS and the NLCS. When you get to them rounds, it be something different to me. You know what I'm saying? I
Absolutely.
get goosebumps just watching it.
I'll toss this out. Back when I was coaching at Union Pines High School, there was nothing like, because I did all three sports. So when you come out of basketball, being in that box until February, March, it was nothing like. And you didn't say basketball ended up on a Friday night, Saturday morning, man. I was on the baseball field, right? You out on there, you trimming that diamond up, man. You mowing that outfield, you put them lines down, then you hear them bats start cracking, and then you're outside. Then that grass smell. I mean, and that's why I'm telling you, man, baseball. People don't understand. That's a great, and then is what they say. That's America's past. That's a great game, man. And I think a lot of times when
Did he?
people are not in big markets, but if you're in a market where you can say, "Hey, man, let me go get a $20 ticket," and you go and get you a hot dog and get you a bag of peanuts, man, there's nothing better than spending a day at the baseball game.
Yeah. So
You
before
know,
we
you
move
know, I,
on, oh,
I
go
can
ahead, Jay.
remember Icon. The very first baseball game I went to was because I got a lot of family. Most of my mom and my dad's sisters and brothers live in the DMV area, so I remember we used to go on vacation. So the very first game I went to, I was about 10. It was um, it was the Baltimore Orioles and the Philadelphia Phillies. You know what I mean? And man, you talking about electrified, man. You talking about people on top of people, man, and people screaming and yelling, man. People who ain't never been to a professional baseball game, they miss out on something, man. They definitely miss out on
Absolutely,
something.
absolutely.
And I'm gonna tell you something, y'all. I think I told Jacob before. I don't know if you know this, Coach, but I was the manager when at Southern Pines Middle School. I get the manager for the team because like when you're in middle school, they have the person that like you in school, and it was funny because Dale Graham was the manager of the team, not the official manager, like the coach over the team, but like
Right.
I was the one that helped get the bats and all that,
Oh yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying, and all that kind of stuff. So I remember I would go down there, they would have practice, and he would try to talk to coach to see if I could be like help him. And the coach was like, well, I don't need two managers and stuff like that or whatever. And I don't know, I was like one of them kids that was persistent about certain stuff if I wanted it bad enough. So I would just show up, and then one day he was like he couldn't do it no more or whatever. Something happened, and his dad he made him quit or something. I can't remember exactly what happened. So he was like, I told the coach about you, and so they gave me the job. But the cool part about it was I was able to travel with the team, so I would always be able to get out of class early, you know what I'm saying? So if they had a game at whatever time, 4, 5 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? I get to leave with the team at like 2 o'clock, and school in at 3. I get to leave early to go with the team, you know what I'm saying? According after the game, we go get pizza and all that kind of stuff. So it was a cool little job because I
Right.
remember this one practice, it was raining real hard. And the coach, I guess he was mad with the players because they wasn't sliding right. So he brought a slip and slide out there on the practice field and made them and put
That's
water on
all.
it and it was raining at the same time. And he made them slide to keep practicing sliding out there in the middle of the rain. And I'm just standing there looking at him like, dang, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember them days, man. I experienced
Hey,
stuff as a kid that a lot of kids, especially kids of color, didn't experience.
hey, Jacob, you know what that he didn't say he was a Southern Pines Blue Knight. He just said he was Southern Pines.
Well, yeah, Southern Pine Middle School Blue Knight. I'm sorry.
Southern Pines Middle School Blue Knights. That
Yeah,
was the
Blue
Blue
Knight. Yeah, the
Knights.
Blue Knights. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But before we continue on, I shout out to our partners, that it's Hip Hop Radio and our DJs United Radio. So shout out to the 810 Studios for always being there with us or whatever throughout, and then subscribe to our page 910 SNE on YouTube. So, Coach, I'm gonna go ahead and let you. I know you probably got a topic. I'm gonna let you go first.
Yeah, I seen something that Jacob said out talk about them running backs in the NFL. You know, and I'm
Top
sitting,
10.
I'm sitting, and yeah, and I'm out there today, and I told Iconi before we came on there, I was doing a little yard work, pressure washing the fence, and started running down through some stuff. So I'm gonna give you my top five right off the rip, right off the
Okay.
rip. Number one, Barry Sanders. Number two, Walter Payton. Number three, Emmett Smith. Number four, O.J. Simpson, and number five, Jim Brown. Now, and the reason why I said Barry Sanders because I always liked Barry, but I never thought he was that good till I watched that documentary, and then really watching that documentary and going back and watching that game footage. That dude ran all those years out of one back set. So we all know that his first move was left right even before he got a yard because he had it because his line was so jacked up. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but you got to have Emmett in your top five. And I hate not to put Franco in my top five because of course he was solid as he was and he did win 4 Super Bowls. But just looking at the raw talent, and I've always liked Walter Payton, but that's my top five right off the rip. And again, just and I'll say this: it's a shame and a disgrace that the Buffalo Bills have decided not to take OJ to the new stadium and put him in the Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
It's a disgrace. And again, he was found not guilty in the jury of his peers. So that's my opinion. So you wanna beat us up on some fan mail or whatever? Send it our way, and we'll fire that rebuttal off. But it's OJ Simpson was the first running back to gain 2,000 yards on a 14-game season. And the Buffalo Bills they were jacked up before he got there. They were jacked up after he left. And and OJ doesn't get. I mean, think about it. He was one of the first black athletes to ever endorse anything. Running through the airport, jumping over suitcases. Hurts rent a car. So when people don't realize that, he paid the dues, and I'm not saying he hadn't had some baggage along the way, but you don't dishonor what he did on the field when in fact he did what he did. So I'll kick it over to Jacob.
All right. So I mean, since you gave your top five, I give mine, man. I say Emmitt Smith. I say Walter Payton. I say Earl Campbell. I'll say Eric Dickerson, and I say Barry. And last but not least, a running back there. I'm gonna throw in there, and this only because I feel like my dad used to make me watch him play because I played offensive tackle. He said, "Watch how he run behind them tackles, and watch after the holes open up. Watch how he gonna run over the linebacker." And people forget about him now, but I always had John Riggins in my top five.
Mm, wow.
Okay. Well, I count my top five is
I
kind of
don't
what you had.
I don't care what nobody say. Pound for pound, he was a head hunter. You better know what you're doing when you're trying to tackle him because he gonna put his knees all in your chest.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, my top five kind of line up with coach's top five. I got ED probably right there at six. John Riggins is funny. You said John Riggins. I got him in probably seven. So somewhere in that top, because you said the top 10 of all time. So I got John Riggins in there. I got I'm thinking about people like Edwin James. I got him in there because him and LaDamon Tomlinson, they were so versatile.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I got them in my top 10. Why you gotta look like that? And then probably last, I'm gonna give him an honorable man. I'm gonna put him in the 10 just because he's so. I think if he, I think teams don't even use him correctly. But Derrick Henry to me is in my top 10. Like I don't even think they really use him the way they supposed. They use him like the way they did, like the teams you did in the '90s. Oh my god, I think he would have broke the record for as running back.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
So,
I'm going. I'm going to toss one out. And matter of fact, I was talking to
okay.
Coach Quick early today, and he threw this name out, and I'm just stealing his. I'm stealing this thunder. When he said Thurman Thomas, I almost fell out in the yard, and I was like, the dude. Think
Uh,
about it, man. If the Bills would have won any Super Bowl, everybody be talking about the bit. They went to four
Yeah.
straight Super Bowls. We know they lost, but you look at Thurman Thomas, you looking at the Reed, you look. I mean, those guys, man. You hate they went four Super Bowls and they lost four times, but Thurman Thomas, I mean, and what I when I did with my backs was here's what I tried to do. I said who was not an all-purpose back, who was just a what I call just a flat running back, right? You hand the ball off to Emmett, you hand it off to Walter, you hand it off to Barry, not guys. And again, no harm, no foul when those guys come out and you can use them all-purpose yard, like Marcus Allen. Now Marcus Allen was a great running back. Eric Dickerson, right? But
Yeah.
when I bottom lined it out, I said, man, God knows you and it in the top three. And again, if Barry Sanders ran behind Emmitt Smith's line, Barry Sanders might be the best ever to play running back. But when you got to make the moves that he make, but there's so many great guys, man. And I love the number 10 because when you try to put him in five, that's very tough. But everybody that you guys have called out definitely needs to be honored. But I did want to throw out Thurman Thomas just because he was a heck of a running back and to play in 4 Super Bowls that's a heck of an accomplishment.
So coach, even though I don't like them, and even though I don't like their fans, I think all their fans are slow. They probably got a degree in coloring book. You know what I mean? So I do not like 49ers fans. But when I was a kid, the very first all-purpose back that I paid attention to was Roger Craig.
Oh my
Mhm.
God. Absolutely.
But no, I got
Yes,
a
sir.
question to ask you, Jacob. Why you frown when I said EJ?
He said
He was okay for about 5 years. You know what I
Would
mm,
mean?
you? Okay. Oh my
He was okay, bro. He
God.
didn't give you that aura like a Marshall Faulk or Eric Dickerson or like a Earl Campbell like nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. He was okay. And for one, um, another all-purpose back that I think don't get talked about enough is Ward Dunn.
mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah.
and what about your man, Tony Dorsett? I mean, why is Dorsett
Yeah,
never
man.
mentioned?
Mm-hmm.
I
Come
would
on,
I
come
would
on.
argue with anybody and tell people if Tony Dorsett had the same line Emmett had, forget about it.
I'm tell you
Forget
what,
about it.
Yeah, I'm.
Dorset, man, Dorset. He was. I tell you what. I will never forget that play on Monday Night Football when he was like in the when his feet was in the end zone, and Minnesota. I saw this will be a safety. Next thing I know, that joke was standing in the other end zone.
Not,
Dorset
Yeah.
he was special, man. He was
but the
special,
crazy
man.
part about it, I think who would been the GOAT if they would healthy would have been Bo Jackson. He would have been the GOAT if he would have been healthy
Yeah,
because
yeah,
his
yeah.
power and speed was ridiculous.
That's you're right, right.
It was off the charts.
And
Yeah.
I think that's what hurt Earl
You
Campbell. Earl Campbell just tried to run over you.
What'd you say, Jacob?
but I mean with the offensive line he had, coach, he had no choice. You know what I mean?
Oh, man. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Because when he played with the Houston Oilers, man, that was like him being a running back for the Bad News Bears and the Nerf football team at the same time.
Who you talking about, Earl Campbell?
He had no
Yeah,
line.
he had no
He
Oh,
had
line.
no line.
He
He
had
ain't
no
had
line.
no line.
Just,
Him
just
and
like
Barry.
no.
OJ ain't
I
had
mean,
no line, and
you
still
th-
rushed 2,000 yards in 14 games. That's crazy, man.
Hey,
that's
you know what
crazy.
was crazy? That's what got me into Thanksgiving football. Thanksgiving football, it was because of Barry Sanders. I watched Thanksgiving football just to watch Detroit Lions, just to watch Barry Sanders on Thanksgiving
I
on
mean,
Thursday.
you think about it. He got the handoff, and his first move was either to the left or right.
Yep, yep.
Just to dodge that tackle. Then he would go to work, man.
Because think about it, every Thanksgiving game they played with Barry Sanders played in, he gonna give you at least one or two or one of them boop boop and up out
Oh
of there.
yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm saying? He
exactly
gonna give
right.
you at least one. You know what I'm saying?
I-
I don't care if they lost 50-7. Hit the seven gonna be his. You know what I'm saying?
but you said that Bear was on my list, but until I can't remember. I don't know if it was on. It might have been on Prime. Get him a shout out. But if you haven't seen, man, I watched that doc, and after I watched that, I was like, this dude is and I'm 59 years old, and all the football I've watched, that dude is his whole body of work is just ungodly, man. And that it changed me because I was a Walter Payton guy. Walter was always my number one until I
Mm-hmm.
watched that, and I was
I would,
like, man,
I would say
Barry
this,
was.
coach. If if Gale Sayers hadn't got sick,
Ooh,
he's
ooh.
he was special. He was
Ooh,
special.
Yeah.
yeah, Gail, yeah. The comment was absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's another one.
yeah, he was.
Yeah, yeah.
That
It's
He
so many
was,
running
that
back. When you said
take
Marshall
somebody.
Falk, I forgot
yeah.
about Marshall Falk.
Oh
That's
yeah.
another one. I
Yeah.
mean,
Terrell Davis had a he was about an
Yeah,
8 year, he was about an 8 or 9 year guy that was tight.
yeah,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. So
hard when you
it's
when you
so
when
many.
you
I
put
yeah,
mean,
10
man.
when yeah, it's hard to you almost need to go by franchise and say give me the top running backs for the Cowboys, right? So you list them down and then you turn around and you go down through Miami. I mean, you think you put John Riggins in there, you almost have to throw out Larry Zonka, right? I mean, there's so
Right.
many great running backs, man. It's just
and what I
yeah,
did, Coach, I'm gonna tell you what
Yeah,
how I number did mine the way I did mine because I tried to give every era at least
yeah,
one or two in every era. So because
that yeah,
I think in football especially every era, they deserve their flowers in every. I know basketball and some other sports we don't necessarily give every era their flowers, but I think in football it's so different. But you got so many dynamic players because we start talking about wide receivers that's going to be a whole different discussion after you get past them first four. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
Once you get past Michael
yeah, yeah.
Irvin,
And,
T.O., Jerry, and Randy, now it's a toss up who going to be the next six after that. You know what I'm saying?
what
and then, and then on honorable mention, they don't talk about Curtis Martin enough. They don't talk about Larry Johnson and Priest Holmes enough. You know what I mean? If we talking about some honorable mention backs that was really good, or Chris Johnson.
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I
that's
said,
yeah.
it's so many. I mean, think about
all your boy, all
the one that played for the 49, he
all your
played for
boy,
Miami. Frank Gore. Frank Gore. Think about Frank Gore, how
yeah, Frank Gore.
consistent. Frank Gore
Yeah,
wasn't flashy,
yeah.
but it was mad
All day,
consistent.
they don't talk about your boy either. I call him, man. The one with the neck like Goldberg, Clint Portis.
Yeah, Clint. I'm about to say that Clinton Portis. I see him at the airport one day. Yeah, because Clinton
Bro,
Portis said he
hey,
was a
bro,
beast.
listen, boy. When I used to see Clint Portis, take the pads off, but I said, my God, is he
He
a
didn't.
wrestler too?
That dude said a net like Goldberg. Hey, fella, I don't know how much. Hey, Coach, was you into wrestling?
What the WWE? I mean the
Like back in the day, wrestling.
The
Was you into like
NWA.
the 80s and 90s back in?
absolutely. And let me tell you something. Jacob may not know that, but in Raleigh, North Carolina, at 11:30 on Saturday night, you had WRL wrestling.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
so
Okay. Yeah,
you
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
used
yeah,
to
yeah,
come
yeah.
on, on 11:30, man,
I
right?
remember that for
Man,
like 30 minutes.
what? Man, you
Yeah.
had daggone. I remember they had a TV title. And I remember
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Steamboat won the TV title because it was somebody said what we had the TV title. So you
Yeah,
had Ole and
yeah, yeah. I remember
Gene Anderson. Shoot,
No, you know
Tony
who
Atlas.
Olin
I
James,
you know who I almost cried?
Blackjack Mulligan, Magnum TA.
Yeah, but that's what
Blackjack
I was gonna say,
Mulligan.
Jacob. When
Yeah.
Magnum TA got in that car accident, I think I might have shed a tear that night because it came on the news. Because Magnum TA was my favorite wrestler in that around that time. I used to love that belly to belly suplex. I used to love me some Magnum TA. And then when he got into that car accident and got paralyzed, man, that broke my heart, man. It broke my heart. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a show we discuss because I've been watching a lot of documentaries, especially on these wrestlers. A lot of them dying from just all the injuries and the wear and tear they took in wrestling. And I
Absolutely.
tell people all the time, I'm like, we don't give them enough respect. Yeah, they know the outcome of their matches, but the pounding and the beating that they take on their body. I
Yeah.
said, I don't care who you are, you can't get hit with a chair. You can't fall on your neck. You can't have somebody slap you in the chest and you don't feel nothing. Ain't like you get hit with a pillow. They be hitting you with their arms and their hands. They be hitting you with them chairs. They just know how to do it. because they banned they had to end up banning headshots because of CTE, because of Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero. They banned the headshot because after that, you know what I'm saying? And so
Right.
because if you watch wrestling now, they'll take a chair and hit him on the back, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, but they won't. If you notice, they don't hit him. They
Yeah.
don't hit him in the head anymore with the chairs.
Yeah,
You know what I
but that
mean?
you bring up,
Yeah,
you say
man.
that,
Yeah.
I got to
Uh,
throw this tag team out. I got to throw out Wahoo McDaniels and Paul Jones. Now y'all may be too young to remember
Yeah,
them
I
two
don't
dudes.
remember Wahoo. I don't remember no Paul Jones. You went back
Oh
on
yeah,
me,
see,
coach.
And then Paul Jones went on to the dark side. He always used
yeah.
to call himself number one, Paul Jones.
Uh, yeah, you don't know
Man,
no,
Yeah.
but Wahoo McDaniel
I
definitely.
remember Daniel. I remember we
and,
used to
and,
get him on the rope
and
and he'll smack him in their chest.
that's why he chop him. But hey, but Jacob had a main man. He
Yeah.
was from down South Carolina, Rufus R. Freight Train Jones.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Yeah,
But
freight train.
coach, I was
Man, yeah.
telling Jacob, I said, you know who's probably the greatest wrestler of all time, and people don't realize it, is Dusty Rhodes. You know why? Because
Oh,
because Dusty Rhodes wrote all the storylines in the '80s for NWA. Like he wrote Ric Flair's, and he wrote his, and all the people, all the wrestlers that was beefing. Dusty Rhodes was the one writing the storylines.
wow.
You know
The
what I'm saying?
American Dream. The American Dream. That
Hey,
that dude was something serious.
I'm gonna find out the name, but next time you're in Augusta, Georgia, I'm gonna tell you where you can go see Nikita Koloff at. He got
Oh,
a bar and a restaurant down in Augusta. He live
oh
in
wow.
Augusta, Georgia right now.
Yeah,
Nikita Koloff.
I seen his uncle wrestle one time in the Pines. They came to the Pines. Ivan Koloff and them came to the Pines one time and
Oh, they
wrestled.
used to come. They used to come to the Armory quite often.
Yeah.
The Mighty.
Mhm.
Y'all remember? Y'all remember a guy named the Mighty
They
Eagle? Do you?
Amani Igor.
The Mighty Eagle. So I'm
no,
dating myself, man.
Yeah,
I'm telling
yeah,
you
yeah.
what.
I don't remember that one. Because I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. When they came to the Pines,
but
coach,
I can.
they had a little capsule of blood and it was under it was like, how they was at the end when they clean it up, and you see it was like a little capsule of blood. I guess that time they would take it and throw it on themselves or whatever,
Oh
and look
yeah.
like they got cut. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. Shoot, man. That's
Coach,
man.
but
Shoot.
I can tell you who I used to love. I used to, of course, everybody loved Dusty and the Full Horse, and that was a rivalry and stuff like that. But man, I used to love me some Jimmy Superfly Snooker.
Oh. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He was a nice replacement after Ricky Steamboat kind of stepped away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Snook.
All
Yeah,
right,
he'd get up on that top
and
turnbuckle and he come off like he jumping off a cliff in Hawaii.
Yeah, yeah. Cause I'm telling you, we
I
gotta
tell you
talk too
what,
when we do our show
if
on all the wrestlers. Talk about who got the best come out music. Like to me, the Undertaker ain't nothing even close to the Undertaker. Yeah. Undertaker make you feel like you dead,
hey,
you about to die for real. If he come down that ring, boy.
so yeah, crazy. So I kind of what tag team all in wrestling.
Mm.
You said the greatest tag team.
Your favorite
Uh,
tag team?
favorite. My favorite of all time, especially back in the '80s when I was a kid, was Rock and Roll Express. Then
Mm.
after Rock and Roll Express, it
Mine,
was the Road Warriors.
Absolutely. Hawk and
I,
Animal. Woo.
They had some great theme
mine
music
was
too.
Road Warriors, man. Mine was the Road Warriors, man. But
The Road
Yeah.
ain't
Warrior.
nobody like that
Okay.
nature boy. Who?
They come down there with them spike
Oh
shoulder
yeah,
pads
man. Yes,
on,
sir.
and then they always ran to the ring. They ain't come down. They didn't play no game. They got two. Well, every time, boy, they come into the ring.
He said they ran to the ring.
They ran into the ring and got to it. But you wasn't no standing around waiting for no bell to ring. They running straight to the ring, getting to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Oh
man.
no.
You talk about that stuff, man. That takes me back, man. I tell you, I'll tell a story. When we were kids, we used to go and take our regular belt and take a piece of cardboard and go in the kitchen and wrap it with tinfoil and then
Mm-hmm.
write on that sucker, man, mama be fussing. Stop using my tinfoil up.
Hey, coach, we were so bad. We were so serious with it. We would have like they have like Starcade and all that. We used to do that in the yard. I stayed in the Highland apartment, so I stayed right there in the apartments that was right there in front of the park. So we used to actually write up contracts, coach, and like tag team titles, world championship, TV titles, and then like whatever your name, like whatever wrestler you gonna be. So like one time I was Paul Orndorff, and I
Oh,
took two of them sparklers that like Fourth of July sparklers,
yeah.
put them in the. I was still on top of the hill, and I put them in the ground, and I'm singing. And I had somebody singing the music, and because I don't know if you remember his music, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. So I'm coming down the hill and like I'm Paul Orndorff and everything. I'm talking about I go in the house, get my robe and everything. You know what I'm saying? I walk into the ring and all that kind of stuff, man. Yeah, we used to play. We used to be, and I ain't gonna lie, when I was, and that's what almost almost got me locked up because we used to steal baseball cards from the store. One time we went and stole the wrestling belts.
Mm.
Like we were, yeah, we was hell for a little while. You know what I'm saying?
I can't believe it. Can you can you imagine somebody hitting you and they got a sock on on their right hand and talking about bang bang bang?
Hey, my favorite move to put on somebody was either elbow 'em, because I got sharp elbows. So I elbow, they used to get mad at me. I elbow them in the
Uh,
forehead. And I used to love to do DDT somebody or put them in the full horse. I mean, in the full
And the
figure
full
four
net,
leg.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the two.
figure
That was my
four.
three favorite things to do to anybody.
Now Ric
But yeah,
Flair, people don't realize Ric Flair put him in the figure four in a skinny minute.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure. But
yeah.
we're gonna get to this last topic of the night. Of course, everybody, got on bait and breath, and I said, well, I said, at the end of the day, we can try to fool ourselves that don't think when we keep saying that LeBron is not the GOAT or whatever. People don't think that. And I don't got no quarrels with it. I don't care one way or another. But I've never seen somebody hold up a whole league off of his answer like this. And a 42-year-old man got to the point when me and Jacob was talking about that. Adam Silver said that the TV networks basically is putting pressure on Adam Silver to make LeBron to give him an answer so they can make the schedule. So they can make the
Mm,
opening day and the Christmas schedule. So in other words, Adam Silver said we can't even put the schedule together until
that's
LeBron
right.
gives them the answer. I
That's
said
right.
that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, I get it
Well, I
because you
can't.
think about it. Go ahead,
That's
Jacob.
just where we at with it now, bro. It's the league has changed so much. So he's still probably top 10 best players in the league, and he's going into his 23rd, 24th season. So and he still attracts a lot of attention. And I mean, it's LeBron, bro. It just can't be denied. You know what I mean?
well, and Jacob, remember we talked about this, and I want to get your answer on this, coach. Because me and Jacob, we already talked about this during the week. So the problem with the NBA is they've done a terrible job of promoting their league where it's not about like certain players. And what I mean by that is they've never really gotten away from the ghost of Michael Jordan. They won't let go of LeBron. If you look at baseball and football, the other two major sports, once their GOAT leaves at that time, whether it's Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, they move on. They promote a Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. They make them seem like they're the best thing that ever came out that ever played and nobody played before them the way they treat those players that's currently. Baseball does a great job of moving on.
Right.
You be done forgot that it was a Derek Jeter. You done forgot it was a Barry Bonds because the way they move on. But basketball holds on to this thing. Like remember when Michael Jordan did the NBC thing, and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. If y'all want to move on and build a global brand, then then focus on and celebrate the players you got. Quit always going back. You can't move on for LeBron if you gonna hold on to him like the girlfriend that want to leave you, but you won't let her go. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. That's the way they do. That's the way they do these players. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing against it. I'm not hating on Jordan. I'm not hating on nobody.
Right.
I'm just telling you that's why they in the predicament they in.
Oh, absolutely. Right.
And don't
And that's a great call out. I mean, and it's always been like that, right? It's always been
right.
like that because it's always, and I don't know if it's just because of you think about when it was Bird and Magic that saved the league, right? So you had two guys that saved the league, and now LeBron, and I'll use this, and I could be wrong, but I'll say it anyway because it came up in my spirit, so I'll say it. He's holding the league hostage, right? So go ahead and make your decision, and I think it'll be Golden State. And I don't know that for a fact, but that's just what I'm thinking. But whatever he needs to do, I just want him to be happy. I want him to end his career, whether a championship or not. And that's the thing. I mean, the three of us are blessed to see Jordan and LeBron, Kobe Bryant. I mean, we're very, very blessed to see the players that we've seen in our lifetime play that game that we love so much. And that's the thing, and then now some of the young guys, I challenge, somebody needs to step up, right? Who's going to
Mm-hmm.
be the face of the league? Is it going to be Tatum? Is it going to be Brown? I seen a good documentary the other day with Byron Scott, and he was talking about, at one point we weren't smart enough. Now they worried about Brown being too smart. But whatever the thing is, some young guys got to go after the be the face of the league. And then is it through endorsements? Is it through championships? But somebody's got to step up and say, "Hey, man, give me the reins and let's take this thing global."
Well, I'm gonna say this before we get out of
Well,
here.
coach,
Oh, go ahead, Jacob.
I go you close out. Coach, I know you make a valid point with what you just said, but in the words of the great Keith Sweat, nobody.
Well, I'm gonna
Nobody's
say
going to
this.
be the face of the league because I can't. When Ed Edwards said, "No, I don't want to be the face of the league. That's too much pressure. I don't want to do that." What? You make
Well,
$200 million, but you don't want to be the face of the league? What?
Nah,
It makes no sense.
none.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna say this, fellas, and I know it's premature, it's early, and I'm not, and I'm talking about all of what I'm seeing, from the basketball IQ to the leadership to the dog in him. Caleb Wilson might be that guy because what I'm seeing out of him, I haven't seen a rookie come in with the way he's handling everything, the way he just carrying himself. When they show him on the sidelines, coaching up his teammates, the way he is on the basketball court, the man get the ball stolen from him, and he's doing chase down blocks. That one he did the other day when he blocked the ball and then grabbed it all in one and ran down the other end of the court with it. And I like the stuff he's doing. Like you only supposed to play that hard in the summer league, especially when you the number, a top draft pick. You're supposed to be just out there just getting a sweat. This man playing like he in the doggone NBA finals. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But hold on. I couldn't.
That's that motor, man.
Anybody that shot 2,500 3-pointers a day for the last year, they gonna go out there and play hard. Because you don't
Jacob, that ain't
train
even for the last year,
that
Jacob.
hard.
That's the crazy part. That's not even for the last year. That was after he broke his hand. Well, after he healed his hand up. He said after he healed his hand, he started shooting 2,500. So you only talking about like a 3-month period. You know what I'm saying? 2-3 month period he was doing that. That's the
But
crazy part.
that's what it takes, man. That's what it takes.
And he got a trigger too, boy.
Oh yeah, ain't no hesitation, and that's what I love. Why ain't no hesitation? He get it. You can think about it. What you just said shows the reason why he pulls the trigger the way he does, because it's muscle memory. He gets it and it's gone.
And then KG already called him Little Ticket. He already named him Little Ticket.
Oh, they know. Them boys know. Just like Cheryl Miller calls what's my girl from TCU. Oh man, why am I drawing the blank on them? Daggone Olivia Miles. The show.
Okay, where she play at? That's what I was gonna ask you. Where does she play at now? Because I keep hearing this name. I got to watch this girl play. I keep hearing her name.
Where's she?
Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And unfortunately, she should have been the number 1 player pick, but that old love triangle got your girl over there instead of her being the number 1 pick. But that girl, man, that when she was at Notre Dame, she was all that.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the next time they play. I'm gonna watch the game because I keep hearing this girl's name and I ain't seen her play. I think I seen her play a couple of times in college, but I haven't seen her since she's been in the WNBA.
Don't you Don't you talk to me no more about WNBA if you ain't seen Olivia Riles play. Don't do that. Don't do
I
that,
haven't seen
man.
her play in the
That's blasphemy.
WNBA. I've seen her play in college. You know
That's
what I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying.
But
The WNBA, bro.
okay, I mean, I
That's
don't be going where
blasphemy,
these
man.
players be going. I don't really keep up with the game because I don't know where these players be going. I don't know the teams like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where everybody go. You know what I'm saying? So all I know is the
All,
players that
all,
I knew know where they at.
all, all I'm saying, my good Southern Pines brother. Once you see her play, you're gonna be like, okay, Jacob and Coach, enough said. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, all right. Well,
Absolutely.
That's all I'm
hopefully
gonna say.
she'll play in the next couple of days on TV where I can watch.
Absolutely.
But anyway, y'all, another great show, another great
Absolutely.
evening. Hopefully by this time next weekend, like y'all said, we'll have a answer with this LeBron thing. I ain't really tripping. I don't really care because I understand it. Like I told Jacob, you ever had a job opportunity and all of a sudden when you get that one, you get like 4 or 5
Yep.
offers at one time. Now you're sitting there with the family trying to figure out what you gonna do. I said, so I get it. So I ain't mad at him. He take all the time he need. That's just the media people, want what they want. So they can have it's not like they're gonna stop talking about it. They're gonna talk about it even more. Because I heard Mad Dog say, "Oh, he hold
Yeah.
up the league and we can move on." No, y'all not gonna move on. Because now once he pick a team, now y'all gonna dissect whether he a fit for the next 3 months to the season start. So stop it. You know what I mean? So anyway,
Absolutely.
y'all. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, everybody have a blessed and wonderful week. You know what I'm saying? See you next weekend, Coach. And over
Absolutely.
the pearly
Absolutely.
whites over there. See you tomorrow.
All right, fellas. Y'all be good.
All
Yeah.
right.
Later.
Like,